I'm Tatocat, welcome to my channel. Today we are playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Last time we, for the first time, went after Natsuki instead of Yuri. So we got some new dialogue. And not even when we're going after her, she's still kind of bratty. And that's about it. Alright, let's continue. I wasn't thinking about that at all. And once again, I apologize, I'm still using my normal voice instead of my character voices. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Oh, wait until you see that weird chaotic chicken scratch she does right before she confesses to you. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo hoo hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Satsuma. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. You know, after all of this, I don't know why this hasn't occurred to me, being that I've read this over and over, but she just said that it took us a long time to read it. But here she says we only glanced over it. So which is it? Did we glance or did we take too long? But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their works. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. Oh, after seeing her do that to herself, after seeing, her ending, that line is very true with her. She was left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I guess I also fixed Monica too. I hadn't even thought of it that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I'll glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks? Yours is cute? Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just mean the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Usually when you say the words, I was trying to say something nice, it's not very nice. Eh? You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Satsuma did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Satsuma liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Satsuma appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. To be fair, she didn't really give us advice. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Because you didn't really give us any. Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Satsuma started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. It does involve her, though. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Satsuma. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Satsuma. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Satsuma? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? Because you're the male lead, and that's your job. It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course that's going to be... This would be my real reaction, but, you know. He'll go with Natsuki this time. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, Natsuki has a point. I think that. I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Ahaha. Shows how much you know. That's also... she's so bratty. Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? I suppose that's character growth, though. So maybe she's just bratty now, but turns out less bratty. And she did try to help Yuri when Yuri was crazy. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. You were all so mean to her. Natsuki's voice whines. Look. What we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we've learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so. You don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that barely audible. Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly, with a face that I can't help but feel bad for as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean anything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Satsuma. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about, Natsuki glances around the room. When everyone stops staring at me, unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs. I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Especially with high school girls. That's a really harsh attack on a body image. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori? I'll go make some tea. Eh? I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone read each other's poems, right? I hope that was worthwhile for everyone, especially you, Satsuma. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. Ha ha ha. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. About what? How dare you disagree with me? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Haha, of course. Let's see, you're a complete idiot face. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. By the whole, like, what? This is our second day here. What does he know? Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Satsuma, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. No, they'll still be just lists. I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. Okay, game, I get the hint. And thought to myself with newfound determination. Satsuma, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hehehe. Squiggle. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori. About what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. Yes. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No. Fear them a little bit. No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Yeah, Yuri stabs herself. She hangs herself. Yeah, I can see, I guess. Phew. You know, Satsuma, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think that seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Hehehe. Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but... Does it really need to stop there? You'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. We are the best person, aren't we? Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay. Rolling together, death, incongruent, empty, giggle. Scar, sugar, landscape, fluffy, lucky, bunny, spies, graveyard, dance, jump, jump, rose, whistle, sweet. Alright, sweet is a Sayori word. Portrait, ocean, child, hair, milk, anger, marriage, strawberry, vacation, fear, adventure, disaster, games, kiss, desire, fester, marshmallow. I'm basically thinking food, anime stuff, colors. Contamination, color, vertigo, tears, intellectual, rainbow? Yeah, I almost thought that would happen. Jumpy, embrace, defeat, anime, beauty, climax, ribbon, sparkle, fickle, hot, poof, chocolate, distant mouse, summer, or journey, tragedy, kawaii, candy, flea, headphones, nibble, passion, infallible, time alone, blanket, secretive, pout, cry, bed, warm, entropy, vitality, judgment, starscape, heartbeat, variant, skirt, skirt, disarray, raindrops, fancy, kitty, question, unstable, special, treasure, suicide, anxiety, happiness, fun? No. Apparently fun is not a Natsuki word. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi Satsuma, squiggle. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Hehehe, squiggle. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always been the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh. Why that? All of a sudden. No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fell out. Ha 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 ha. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. It's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves the one option. Don't be so judgmental, Satsuma. You're always thirsty. Wah. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Ahaha. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. Again, you're just in the same room. It's not like she's across the school. She can hear you. I wasn't listening or anything. You're just incredibly loud. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Satsuma to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. I felt that in my soul a little bit. And frankly, after pulling mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. Ha ha ha. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the revolution. Okay. Retribution. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Yes. Reading some of these now after playing through the game, there's lots of little hints, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys that she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Plop. Yeah. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... A cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? Is it because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Hahaha. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Ahaha. Natsuki. That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Don't do that, it'll melt. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Hee hee hee. Squiggle. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey. Did you seriously just do that? Uh-huh. Her mouth full, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... Haha. I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. We saw that picture. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? That's why she takes over the game, because she can't get one. What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. Ahaha. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. See, the first time I thought this was a lie, but now we know she really does practice the piano and sings as well. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I'm a little bit better, I will. Yay. That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Not if you realize what happens when she does play it. Is that so? The game ends. In that case, I won't let you down, Satsuma. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Haha, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave Outsider's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Yay! New dialogue! Natsuki's ... It's not long before Natsuki comes up to me expectantly. Yeah. Don't worry, I kept my promise. I pull the first volume out of Parfait Girls from my bag. Natsuki takes it from my hands, then quickly turns it over, presumably to check for wrinkles. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle manga all the time, you know. I just wanted to make sure. Can you blame me for being paranoid? I don't give people my manga every day, you know. That's true. I don't blame you. Well, anyway, let me put this one back. I'm going to get the next one, okay? Natsuki makes her way to the closet. I follow. So you're going to tell me everything you thought, right? Where did this volume leave off again? I forgot. The chapter ended when Minori and Alice found... Monica! Natsuki's voice resonates from inside the closet. I peer inside. All Natsuki's books are lined up on the top shelf. Did you move my manga again? Sorry, you did that on purpose. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in her closet. So I had to move some stuff around and clean up a little bit. It's all still there, I just had to organize it a bit. Ugh. That was a shady move there. As a short person, I understand this frustration. The top shelf is far above Natsuki's head. She makes a futile hop trying to figure out how to reach her manga. Jeez. This is so inconvenient. I'm moving these all back down. There's plenty of room on these shelves. And besides, they're really pretty to look at when they're all lined up. Only if you're into manga and stuff. Probably not if you're a teacher. But, you know, it's subjective, I guess. Why would you waste that on the top shelf? Natsuki. There's a stool on the wall up there. In the closet, there's a collapsible stool that's hanging on the wall. If you want, I can reach up there and hand them to you. I can get them myself. Natsuki grabs the stool from the wall and unfolds it. You think I'm too short or something? I mean, I knew it. Well, you know what? Just watch me. Natsuki hops onto the stool, which ends up being a little wobbly because of its collapsible design. Careful. I know what I'm doing. Standing on the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach to the top shelf. The stool would be enough for me to easily grab the books, but Natsuki is being stubborn as usual. Natsuki uses her fingertips to scoot one of the smaller boxes to the edge of the shelf. See? Yeah. The box suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls onto the floor. The stool wobbles. Whoa. Losing balance, Natsuki hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to stay on her feet. She holds the box triumphantly. There. Having almost fell, Natsuki is a bit shaken up. Jeez. No need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you'll be able to get the bigger boxes like that. Don't say that. That just adds fuel to the fire. I'm not gonna lie, I do that too. I hate when people tell me I can't do something and then I feel the need to do the thing they told me I can't do. Yeah, so you can't tell a stubborn person that they can't do something. I can reach them, so just... I said I can do it. I don't want your help, okay? I'm gonna get a chair, so just hang on. Natsuki forces her way past me out of the closet. Let's see. The classroom chairs have desks attached, so they're too inconvenient to fit into the closet. Haha. Natsuki trots over to the teacher's desk, which has the computer chair behind it. She rolls it on wheels back over to the closet. It's on wheels. There's a difference between stubborn and stupid. It's a little dangerous since the chair swivels and rolls. But I've already learned my lesson, so I keep my mouth shut. Oosh. Natsuki climbs onto the chair and then slowly bounces onto her feet. Since she refuses my help, I take a seat with my back against the side of the doorway and simply watch. Aha. There we go. See, I can easily do it now. Natsuki grabs a stack of manga and bends down to put it on the shelf below. What was that? What? The chair swivels. Natsuki catches herself on the shelf. What are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair steady instead of sitting there doing nothing? Who was it who told me not to help? Oh, we're petty, I see. Yeah, I got you. I hold the chair while Natsuki reaches back up. I can almost see up her skirt. I don't know if you could hear that through the mic, but I just facepalm. Wait, so where are we? So he says he can almost see up her skirt. Where are we positioned where we can almost see up her skirt? So we're holding the chair steady. Are we still on the ground while we're holding it steady? Because she's so short, she can't be that much above us unless we're all the way down here. I forced myself to turn away. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. Once she realizes I'll be dead. Help. Natsuki wraps her arms around the parfait girl's box set easily with the largest one on the shelf. Oh, heavy. Hey, Satsuma, I don't think I can bend down without falling. Hurry and take this one. But then I have to let go of the chair. That's fine. Just for a second. Hurry up. Alright. Let me just stand up. So we are on the ground. Why are we on the ground? We could have held the chair without sitting on the ground. I slowly release my grip from the chair. Even she's curious as to why we're on the ground. What do you mean? Stand up. Natsuki looks down at me. Why are you all the way back? Natsuki looks like she just realized something, but she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki, the box. What are you looking at? Trying to look at my... I like how stuff actually moves in this game. Natsuki's legs shake. I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box. You perv. You set me up. Go away. Get out. But I'll do it myself. The chair suddenly swivels beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki. Kya. The scene turns to chaos in a split second. The chair flies from under Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I try to catch her. The box topples out of her hands, and the books go flying. I got you. Crash. Is she going to land on us in an awkward way? The full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. A whole bunch of books pelt me in the face. Natsuki tries to shield herself with her own arms, and her face lands straight on my chest. Ink. My right arm and my back seriously felt the impact. Okay, they're not going to show it. Ooh. Slowly, Natsuki comes to her senses. She presses her arm straight into me to prop herself up. Natsuki seems to realize that it's not the floor that's beneath her. Gross, gross. A fist pounds into my chest. Natsuki then hoists herself to her feet. What were you thinking, you sicko? Everything okay over there? I heard a loud noise. Monica suddenly peers in. Monica, see what happens when you put the manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Yes, she is. Jeez. Sorry, I was aiming for you. Not Satsuma. Ahaha. Oh, and one more thing. It seems like your most recent club member is a total pervert. So I hope you're happy. I'm sure she doesn't mind. Somehow it's impossible for me to explain this whole bizarre situation to Monica. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know, don't worry. I know everything. Monica says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no. I look down. We'll end this episode here. We're leaving it on a cliffhanger. Find out happens when we look down in the next episode of Tatocat plays Doki Doki Literature Club.